What is up, fellow YouTubers? My name's Mike and welcome to the MDH Automotive channel. I'm glad that you're here. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the last video. I'm gonna assume that you did because you're tuned into this video and they both have to do with Corvettes. But my last video, I talked about the 2019 Corvette ZR1 and why anybody would buy that car. And I got a lot of really great comments, a lot that supported it. Yeah, I agree. There were a few people that brought up some very good points. For example, some people, you know what, they just want to spend the money. They want to own the biggest, baddest Corvette ever made, and the extra $50,000, $75,000 doesn't bother them. Another person brought up a really good point that said, you know what, I can buy a fake Rolex, but it's still not a Rolex. It may look like one, but it's still not a Rolex. I get that 100%. For me, I'm just talking about best bang for the buck, where the money's best spent, in my opinion. And again, this is all just my opinion. So basically, that's what we're going to focus on today. Best bang for the buck, and of course, my opinion, guys. Take it for what it's worth. So with that, let's get this video started, shall we? Alright, so I figured, since I'm going to talk about Corvettes, it's only fitting that I be in a Corvette. So today we're going to be driving around in my 2007 Corvette Z06. Now, as the title says, what is the best bang for the buck Corvette that you can buy out there? Now, I'm not talking about investments. Investments, if we're going to talk about investment Corvettes, then we would talk about the C1 or the C2, maybe even a couple of the C3s. But you know what? That's another video entirely, so I'm going to leave that one alone. If you guys are interested in that, or you want me to do a video on it, I would be happy to do that at some point in the future. But today we're going to talk about a Corvette that you can go out, you can buy off Craigslist or brand new at a lot, and take it out and drive it daily. Maybe take it out to the track, take it out to the drag strip, whatever it is that you want to do and enjoy. What is the best bang for the buck? And believe it or not, I actually have had a few people hit me up and ask me about this. You know, what's my opinion? C4, C5, C6, C7? And really, it's going to depend on what you're wanting to do with the car, whether you want an automatic or a manual. You know, basically it comes down to that type of stuff. But today, I'm just going to talk about overall, in my opinion, what is the best Corvette to buy, price-wise. You can mod it, you can not mod it, or whatever you want to do. What is the best Corvette out there? And quite frankly, should come as no surprise to anybody, I'm actually driving it right now. The C6 Z06 is the best bargain, best bang for the buck Corvette out there. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you're biased. You already own one, so of course you're going to say that. And that may be true to an extent. But I have owned a C7 Z06. I've owned a couple of C5 Z06s. I've owned some just base model Corvettes. I've owned some C4s. In my opinion, for what you get, for the performance you get, for the price, you can't beat it. I mean, I checked Craigslist last night. You can get a nice C6 Z06, maybe around 50,000-60,000 miles, so still gently used. A lot of life left in it for mid-30s, sometimes even the low 30s. Now, you can get them lower than that. You can certainly get them down into the 20s, but generally speaking, they're salvage title. And I just don't recommend a salvage title vehicle that's capable of doing almost 200 miles an hour. So, mid-30s, you can drive the car stock. It's like 470 pound-feet of torque, 505 horsepower from the factory. Great suspension system, great ride, good gas mileage, very comfortable car that will perform next to just about anything on the street today. If you want to throw a few bucks into mods and take it to the next level, throw $8,000 or $10,000 into the car and get 600 wheel horsepower, and you'll have a car that will compete with the new C7 ZR1. And you just saved basically $100,000. So it really comes as a no-brainer. Now, the C5 Z06 is an amazing car too. It can certainly be, you can have a nice one for around the mid-teens, $15,000, $16,000 for a good low mileage car, and a lot of bang for the buck right there. You can throw performance mods onto that and make it a beast, and you won't be disappointed at all. But in my opinion, if you're looking for just the best bang for the buck, it's right here. I like this car. I was lucky when I bought the car that the previous owner had done some external mods and sets it apart from a standard Z06 with the wheels and tires and the skirts and the little fin in the back and everything like that. And all all I really had to do to this car was do just some performance mods to get a little bit more power out of it. And trust me, it's got all kinds of that. The car is very, very impressive. I can rip through the gears, and it moves. I mean, it's every bit as fast as my C7 Z06 was. And truthfully, I stuck about $7,000 into mods on this car. Heads, cam, cold air intake, and a tune. You can certainly take it even farther than that and get more out of it, but you know, for me, I'm actually pretty happy with where this car's at and how it performs. So I don't anticipate doing anything more. Just as a side note, though, with a Z06, anything that's going to be up in the horsepower range that these cars are capable of, even stock, I would strongly recommend some really good sticky tires in the rear. It made all the difference on this car. I mean, it hooks and goes. Like I said a couple videos ago when I was talking about it, the car seems so much more composed. It doesn't really seem as fast as it did before until I looked down at the speedometer and realized that I'm up at 120, 130 miles an hour like that, and it's just crazy. It's crazy what this car will do. But if you're going to have a car that's going to be, you know, turning out that kind of horsepower, I strongly recommend some drag radials, or at least some really good sticky tires for the back end. It's going to save you, and it's going to hook the car a lot better and do a lot better. So, like I said, guys, this is just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Nothing against any of the newer cars, the ZR1, the new Z06s. Amazing cars, absolutely amazing cars. And if you want to buy a ZR1, I wholeheartedly support that. As a matter of fact, buy one, come take me for a ride. I'd love to do a video on it. If you'll let me, I'd love to drive the car and experience it. And more than likely, if I had money to burn and, you know, that old money tree in the backyard was producing the way it should, I probably would buy a brand new ZR1 just to say I had the biggest, baddest production Corvette ever made. But when it comes down to dollars and cents, and like I said, my way of thinking is with that extra 50, 100,000, whatever it's going to be, I can go buy another car or 2 or 3 or 4. It's a no-brainer. I've got all the performance I need in this car. It's an amazing car. It will outdo me and my driving skills every day of the week, and I can still afford to insure it, register it, and put fuel in it, drive it, and have a few other toys. That being said, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're stopping in for the first time or haven't already, subscribe to this channel. It's always a good time. Instagram, P.O. Box will be in the description below. With that, guys, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing